to press start with this very special Spider-Man review only episode with gameplay courtesy of Jack. Hi, Jack.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very good.
We've had an interesting week.
We've had a good day.
A very good day. Spider-Man's been here.
Spider-Man has been here.
As you can see on your screens.
This is not the time, kidnapping.
Spider-Man's been done for you, right?
Yeah.
You are sweet, glorious,
mate.
100%.
Yep.
Yep. Platinum trophy.
Yep.
Busy boy.
Very busy boy.
Busy boy. And
skydive.
yeah, one thing I've got to say, like, we're playing on, this is 1080p, this monitor, right?
Yeah.
And obviously I've been playing in 4K HDR, which obviously looks incredible, but this still looks so good.
Yeah. Like, as I was saying, I was playing it in 4K. Asa was playing in 4K HDR. I didn't really... It's not that much difference, to be fair.
No, I mean, it affects the colours somewhat.
Oh, yeah. But that's all HDR is, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mary Jane was more ginger.
Indeed. This is Press Start, your weekly video game podcast right here on Rabbit Hole Media. You can follow us on rabbithole_UK. You can subscribe to us here on YouTube, where you can see us anytime you wish, or you can subscribe to us on podcast services of all sorts in many different places. All over the shop, mate, as Jack so eloquently put it in many of our previous episodes. This will be an unorthodox episode of Press Start, because we're here solely to talk about Spider-Man. Our opinions, our thoughts. There will also be an actual review video on the YouTube channel shortly. And you're going to get fucked in there, mate.
Yeah, I know. I kind of dropped in without really... Yeah, fuck your face.
Yeah, well, you should be doing alright with that, really, considering how high level you are and... You know.
Yeah.
No, see, now this was always the problem now I found when I've been... Because I've not 100% yet, but obviously I've beaten the game. Not quite 100%. I have a few more of these crimes and things to do in some of the hideouts, but these crimes and stuff like that, actually, no, any sort of combat scenario, it's just timing those dodges was the biggest combat thing I found.
Especially when there's just so much going on.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell where anything is coming from.
Exactly. I mean, it gives you the prompt, but the prompt's only...
It's a very wide window that doesn't actually mean shit.
It's to warn you it's coming, and then getting that, it's quite difficult to get right. But when you do, though...
Rude. There we go. Third time lucky, punching him into the air.
That's the other thing. I remember the dev team saying a lot about, get enemies up into the air. That's the best way to fight. And I never found it was. Like, I think I was rarely putting enemies up in the air. I was doing a lot of my combat.
I do it all the time with the guys with
the bigger guys and the guys with the swords. Yeah, you kind of have to because
they just block everything. Otherwise.
But otherwise, I don't think I did have much airtime out of my combat. To be honest with you.
I was in the air quite a lot, just hopping away and zip into people.
Woo. Like that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. So, Jack, tell us, Spider-Man, what did you think? What's your verdict?
I think it's a pretty fucking great game. Well, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of it, obviously. That is why we're here. Obviously, we haven't said it yet. Spoilers.
Full spoilers in this video.
All over the shop.
Yeah. If you would like to see our impressions about seeing spoilers, check out our other review, which will be on the channel as well. But this will be full-on spoilers. So if you haven't beaten the game,
do one.
That's the one.
No, I thought it was a fucking incredible game, but at the same time, there are things that I was just like, how?
Yeah, there's so many things which
how was this ever a decision?
And in some ways, some of them are kind of minor flaws, but in the context of the game, they're not.
Yeah.
So it just...
And some of them are just... They're not bad, per se. It's just a weird lack of judgment.
Yeah.
I'll just jump straight into it then. The levels, because there are levels where you play as Mary Jane and you play as Miles. They can fuck off.
Yeah, the whole concept of them. And it was because they became much closer camera angle. They were stealth-based missions, but with stealth mechanics that were quite nasty. I remember particularly one that frustrated me was you playing as Miles and you had to escape Rhino.
Yeah.
And you had no way of knowing where Rhino was. Like, you're hiding under a grate. It just it didn't feel right. And I feel like every time it made me do one of those missions, I was always, was that one of these secret photo ops?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Don't know where it is though.
It could be anything, couldn't it? Oh, there you go. You got a green then. What was it? 'Cause that must be an Easter egg of some form.
I missed it. It's just
Greek
Greek
myths.
Myths Museum.
There must be a link there. Go and have a little look at that.
So it's weird I have 100%, but there's still stuff to do.
Yeah, because this is secret stuff, isn't it? And then getting all those unlocks another suit, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a particularly interesting suit.
No, well, as many of the suits. Which is
Suits was another thing that was kind of disappointing. There are a few.
Let's go back. Let's go back to those missions. So those stealthy missions and the Miles and the Mary Jane missions. For me, it just broke the pace.
Yeah.
Like it was suddenly like you're not allowed to be Spider-Man anymore for a game that's prides itself on being such a good Spider-Man experience. Suddenly going, you're not allowed to be Spider-Man now.
The one that pissed me off the most was in Grand Central Station. And you were playing as Mary Jane, despite the fact that Spider-Man was there.
But that's strange, because for me, that was the one that I actually enjoyed the most. I wouldn't say... Well, I would prefer to have been Spider-Man, obviously, but out of all of those missions, that was one I enjoyed the most, because Spider-Man was there, and I was kind of interacting with Spider-Man, I guess.
Yeah, but that kind of just bugged me, because, like, let me play Spider-Man's perspective. Yeah. This game's called Spider-Man.
Not Mary Jane.
That's why we're here. I just thought it was a weird... Weird choice.
It seems like to me they wanted to do it to try and break the pacing up, but it did it in a negative way, I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about like every time you'd finish so many story missions and it would kind of give you a break where it was like, cool, I need to. Spidey would actually say, I've been neglecting the city. I need to go and do some patrols, and it'll sort of let you have some time to do some side missions and stuff. And
that was alright because for the most part.
I think in some ways it was quite clever game design because it kind of forces you to play some of the side stuff. However, when I was just trying to power through the story, it was a pain because I was just getting distracted by side stuff, and then not when the story mission's coming up, it's like, but I'm doing this now, and I'm getting a backpack, and there's a pigeon, and like a crime, and I forgot the pigeon, and oh yeah, there's a backpack, and let me just take this photo, and never got done. So I kind of felt that was a bit of a letdown. Well, not a letdown, but a negative thing.
Oh god, that guy just disappeared into a truck. He literally... What? For fuck's sake. That move, I've always found that there was a move I just did there where you do a perfect dodge, it comes up with triangle, and it's a instant takedown.
Yes.
Only works about 50% of the time.
Good. I love that impact web.
Yeah, the impact web was great. Was that the end? Nope.
I quite like where you were jumping off the tree there a second ago as well.
I like this. I know for audio listeners, I'm about to use this gravitational thing, but you just go boo.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's sick.
Doesn't make any sense in the context of Spider-Man, but why not? It's good fun. Oh, I haven't finished.
I was actually always also a fairly big fan of the web bomb.
The web bomb's good. The web bomb is always good in terms of combat's great. It's simple, but
it's Arkham style without being complete Arkham, which is nice. You get a lot of variation. Like once you get your head around how all the controls work, combining combat with the traversal and your gadgets and stuff, you can do some really cool stuff. Especially with like the environmental interaction as well, of picking stuff up and pulling down the shelving and stuff like that. Stealth on Spider-Man missions.
It's fucking great.
So good. So good. But I do have problems with that as well. There's so many things that you kind of can't do, which irritates me. There's I wonder if I can...
I can't actually see.
Can we go to an area? Can we go to... There's a place I want to go to.
Okay.
To try and show... What? Actually, no. Head to where you're going. You might be able to do it where you're going, actually. There's something I want to demonstrate. Something that I'm not keen on.
What is it, given that we are audio?
We've already gone off on that. So essentially when you can obviously walk on walls and on the ceiling and stuff like that and climb around and whatnot. And it's got on the like when you're on a ceiling, you can hold down L2 and you can do that spider drop down on the web thing. But you can't do anything from that. You can't do like a stealth attack from that. You can't like grab someone or anything like that. You also can only do it when you're on a ceiling. You can't do it like if you're on... So, no, there isn't one here, but you get some areas where you can be like walking on a beam above enemies and stuff.
Yeah.
But you can't just drop down from that beam.
No, because to be honest, you can do stuff from it.
You can do... Yeah, you can then do your...
No, I mean, while you're dangling upside down, you can do stuff from that.
Can you?
Yeah, it's not so much stealth attacks, But
Oh yeah, but that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. You can't like be stealthy in that way. And you can do it in Batman.
Well,
So why can't Spider-Man do it?
The only reason you're doing it is because you're aiming. That's the
Yeah,
only
true.
reason he does it. So it's not like a position you can
Yeah,
sit
yeah.
yourself in.
But I feel like it should be. I feel like there should be.
I
like-
agree.
And
I
I'd
agree.
quite like an easier way of zipping to see. Like, obviously, you can look up, like, aim up, and whoa,
Oh,
your PlayStation is
hell.
going mad.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, you can look up and zip up,
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
but I wouldn't. I would prefer like
I failed immediately.
I'd prefer like a quick button that can just zip you straight up to the top.
Yeah, but what? All the buttons are used already.
I don't know. I reckon you could do a hold down L2 and triangle, and it'll automatically zip you up to the top.
That's pretty much what it already is.
No, it's not. You have to hold down L2 and then look up to the
I know
top
you
and
have to
aim
look
and then
up, but
press R1. Like, if they
I-
just do a shortcut, which is just automatic zip.
Yeah, but you're outside most of the time.
True.
It's
I
very
mean,
rare that you're inside, so sacrificing
Yeah.
a control system for that
is it
just doesn't.
sacrifice? I don't think it is sacrificing though. It's adding to. Like that's my biggest problem with the control system is when you do get inside places, you're kind of a little bit clunky. You don't have the same freedom you do when you're outside.
No, but that's why it's so rare. There's only like 2 or 3
True.
times you're ever inside.
True.
It says, "Oh no, you're safe now."
See, oh yeah, I love all these stealth things, and I like that sort of system of he's safe to take down, he's not. You can kind of figure that out.
Yeah, just distract people. But
Yeah.
what?
They both can be looking over there now. You might be able to get
What's this shit?
trip mine them together.
That is a genius idea. Won't work though.
Oh, I went the wrong way. Now on him. Ah, you got caught.
He fucking
You should've just-
saw me.
You should have just done that triangle
Yeah, I
stealth
know.
thing down to him.
I
Only done it.
know, but I'm not that great at life.
All right, Mr. 100%.
Yeah, that's just because I'm not very good at life. Therefore, I have more time to do this. But yeah, anyway, instead of just playing the game, we should talk about more things.
Sorry, it's easy to get distracted.
Yeah,
by
I
this
know. We didn't think this through.
No,
But,
no.
oh well. Very distracted
Yeah, I
right
like
now.
it.
Maybe I
like
should just
what
go
you've
back
done
to...
there. No, I like what you've done there. It's
Maybe-
fine. Fuck the audio listeners. What audio listeners? It'll be on video.
Well, we don't know. To be fair, we could have more audio than video.
This guy must be safe. You must be able to get this. You didn't even check. That
No,
was
I did
risky.
not.
That was so risky.
I like to live dangerously. There are only 3 enemies left. So where's the other one?
So there's one down here. He's
So
safe.
he's
You
there, I
can
can
fuck
just-
him off.
I can just crunch him on the noggin.
Now, see, now you can be quick. If you
See,
just,
now I can just... Oh no!
what did you do?
I hit R1 instead of R2.
Oh, Jack. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see if I can.
But anyway, so while we're doing this, actually, we can talk about the challenges as a whole.
Yeah. Okay. Challenges and bases, I guess.
Not the bases, because they're different things. So the challenges as a whole, I wasn't a fan. As the challenges as a whole, like, they are ridiculously hard.
They're hard to get the max score on.
Yeah, but like it's to a point where there are so many of the bomb challenges where you have to get to and dispose of a certain amount of bombs. Within,
Oh yeah.
in a certain
I
amount of
remember the
time,
bomb
like,
ones.
And like I did runs where I was just like, I could not have done that any better at all.
Yes,
Nailed it.
that was awesome.
Nailed that one.
There you go. Have you got max on that before?
Don't know. Don't think so. No, because I got challenge tokens for that. Not that I need them.
Nice.
But
nice.
and you just like you've done it perfectly. I've done it perfectly. There's nothing I could have done better than that. I didn't slow down on the swings.
Yeah,
Momentum
yeah.
was perfect. Zipped directly to the bomb. Swing it out the way. Shoot it. Zip off. And you're like 15,000 score off. You're like, what am I supposed to do in
Yeah.
this situation? It's mental. And like I liked the way they introduced the challenges, and they actually do it
The
a few times.
Taskmaster.
The Taskmaster.
Yep.
This is weird.
It's very weird. I enjoyed the Taskmaster stuff. Like the first time, then you actually have an encounter with Taskmaster, and just the red string things just randomly
take you out.
Take it
completely randomly.
I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, I thought it was cool, but I did find Taskmaster's boss fight super disappointing.
Yeah, I mean the boss fights as a whole, they were more of a spectacle than.
Yeah, they're very repetitive in mechanic.
Yeah, in gameplay and stuff. But to be funny, that doesn't bother me. And everyone's like, "Oh,
No.
it's just quick time events and all that." How else are you supposed to do all the
Yeah,
spectacle
that didn't
stuff?
really bother me. I mean, this is where some of the issue comes up with having to review games in a bubble as well, because the thing is, God of War did those kind of fights, that kind of style, but better in terms of.
It was nowhere near as cinematic, though. I'll have to disagree with you.
It wasn't as cinematic.
Yeah.
It wasn't as cinematic at all. And like this has been cinematic whilst keeping like a real comic book vibe to it. Like the shots look like comic book layouts and things.
Exactly. In particular, the E3 demo where you're chasing the fall off the crane and the helicopter chase. Like, how are you supposed to do that in terms of?
No, yeah, you're not. You're not
quick time events and all that stuff. I don't really know what I'm doing at this point.
Swinging about,
swinging about off the side of Oscorp.
Why not? The other thing, as we've already touched on, is the suits variety. Like many of the suits for me. See, I played the entire story in this suit, the White Spider Advanced suit, which obviously is the game's main suit, essentially.
So what I do like, what I think is very impressive, is if I just do all this zibbity boo and then go in. And
so here's your suits. You can see all your suits.
They're nothing fantastic. No. Like these are all story.
Well, the one I like is the Stark suit.
Homecoming Tom Holland suit.
So cool. Love that suit.
No, it's my favourite suit as well. But from like different comics, I appreciate this one. His one in the wrestling ring.
I understand this the references.
Oh no, I know this, but some of them are just so weird. Like obviously they had to have the negative suit in there because it's Mr. Negative. That's
That's
and
cool.
That's
the
fine.
Anti-Ox suit and stuff.
This is
bizarre.
Jank. Yeah, my favourite suit is this one. Like this is a heavy spoiler because this isn't from a comic.
No.
This is for
this. Yeah.
For the game. And
what's the red one next to it? The black and red one.
This one.
Oh, I have got that.
It's the Black Cat one.
Yeah.
The one Black Cat gives you, despite the fact it's just a Black Widow suit.
Yes.
So I was just like, okay. Obviously, pants.
Load that suit up for a second. And head into...
Photo mode.
Photo mode, yeah.
Yeah. Because I should probably just stand somewhere.
God, that's painful.
Stand up, you mong. There you go.
That was strange synchronization to when you press start. That was press start.
That was weird. If you come around and
teeing this up's hard. Oh, you've gone inside him.
You can kind of see him there. The three chest hairs that he references.
Yeah. Which is I don't know if you know, but Brian's my god, what's his name? Brian Intihar?
Something like that.
Oh my god, why can't I know his name?
Shut up, PlayStation.
Intihar. Brian Intihar, the game creative developer on the game, did not know that Easter egg was in there.
No.
As long as many others. There are loads of really cool Easter eggs in there, actually.
Yeah, there's a cheeky bit of shirtless Spider-Man in there.
Yeah.
And not as in the skin I'm using now. But what I do like,
we met shirtless Spider-Man's PR guy last night, didn't we?
Yeah, we did indeed. That was a fucking great night.
I might post a picture somewhere just so you can see that in this video.
Yeah, no, there are a few great suits. Like I like this bad boy.
See, that's the thing. I wasn't a fan of any of those. Like the few suits that got my attention, which I liked. I like the Advanced Spider one. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I like the Tomb Raider. Fuck am I talking about? Tom Holland one. The classic suit as well. It's fine, cool. Spider-Man, typical Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And the other one that got my attention was the Armored Mark III one. I think, or my Mark IV might have been.
That one.
That one. I like that.
I hate the spider on the front, but
because I don't actually like the Iron Spider suit that much. I thought I was going to. I spoke about it in previous episodes of Press Start that I was looking forward to using that suit, but actually, because it's not the Infinity War suit, it's just inspired by, and it doesn't look.
It's pretty much identical.
I don't know. It just doesn't.
It is almost identical.
It's the finish in game looks weird, like the sheen. Looks weird.
I know. That's one of my favourite ones.
Yeah.
Homecoming homemade suit. But yeah, there are a few weird ones like this.
Yeah, what?
Like It's interesting. I'm interested to see with the ones they add in DLC because there have been some weird neglects. Obviously, they've got the classics. They've got 2099. They've got
Noir suit.
Spider-Man Noir. They've got Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider. But other than that, they are a bit off the wall. Like Secret Wars. That's clearly a Miles Morales suit.
It's quite cool though.
Don't even know what that is. I've never seen that before. Spider-Punk's there.
That's part of the Spider-Verse, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. A lot of this are part of the Spider-Verse. Like Ben Reilly is... Well, Ben Reilly. I'm going to play as Ben Reilly. But I like the fact that it just changes.
Just changes.
On the fly as well. That's pretty cool.
A little bit unrealistic, but, it's a Marvel game.
It's also spot. Look,
exactly.
I'm swinging.
Yeah, realism is not exactly what they're shooting for, is it?
Woo! I like that almost breaking the sound barrier levels of force swinging off those. Just... Douche. Oh, I did it wrong.
You did not time that well.
No, I didn't. Douche.
There we go. See, so again, the other thing that I found myself having sort of concerns?
Oh my god. Fucking hell.
I guess concerns isn't the word, but it took me a very long time to get to this level of swinging. Like when I was first playing this game, like getting my head around how all the swinging worked, and not when I first started, the first time, because it drops you straight in.
Yep.
Game starts and swing. And man, I could not get it. I was going in the wrong direction. I couldn't suss it. Whereas now it's easy and it feels incredible, but it took me a really long time to figure out how to use it. I don't know if that's just me or...
No, I think that's a pretty common opinion, but it's kind of just because it's actually like an actual system. It's not just to hold this button to swing.
Yeah, exactly. There's technique
where the
to it.
fuck is going to be on the roof, isn't it? Yeah, it's not just this button to swing.
I do feel like a lot of
God.
the swinging stuff is still a little bit clumsy, though. Some of it looks clumsy when you change directions and things.
Well, I think that is an unavoidable...
For now.
Unavoidable.
For now. One day.
Because otherwise it just makes it really cumbersome. Like,
yeah.
Clearly I wasn't aiming for him, you fuck knuckle. Anyway.
But it's now, like, that's the thing, like, if you look at like the stuff they're showing off in Last of Us 2, like 2 years ago, we wouldn't have said any of that was doable.
Can you... I hate these guys.
You are getting jeffed up. Mind you, your spider buddy is just taking them out.
Well, that was easy. No, well, I've never had anything where it seems a little bit clumsy. Or if I am, it's
just like...
It's not the mechanics. It's how you're using the mechanics.
If you swing, like, get yourself up into the air, get yourself moving. And, like, once you're in the air and not swinging, and then try and turn in mid-air, but not swinging, you can turn yourself around a bit too easily, really, which I feel kind of then looks a bit dodgy. Just looks a little bit unnatural, the turns.
Well, yeah, okay, but little things like that, if you change them, you're going to be... Would you rather be able to turn around or have it be an absolute pain in the arse?
Oh, I realise that, I can't design these things, but...
Well, no, I don't even mean that. I just mean, like, would you rather just have it do that and you can turn around really easily?
That looked cool, no.
Yeah, exactly.
That's I think what I mean is sometimes as you're doing it, the animations trigger in, it looks really good. Sometimes the animation doesn't quite, in my opinion, sync up with the movement, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, but I think that's just timing of the controls.
Yeah, it's hard to do. Very hard to do.
Yeah, I also think it has something to do with the timing of the controls. Like, as much as the player involvement as opposed to the actual...
Oh, we've got another secret photo thing there.
Game design as well. But I'm assuming it'll be that.
No, I reckon it's the...
Well, it literally says subject too far.
Oh yeah. Do your reading, Kristian.
Yeah. But I think the swinging's perfect. It's the best swinging we've ever had.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not SOS. Sorry, Spider-Man 2.
And the city's gorgeous as well. Like,
yeah, it is.
Really nicely done. Really nicely done. At first, I thought this feels a bit. I thought it feels a bit combined, like a bit confided. It's not the word I want. Still not even the word I want. Clustered. I felt that it felt clustered at first, but as I was playing, I was like, no, actually, this is really realistic. This is probably the most realistic, in terms of its build-up, City we've seen in a game, and that's really the thing. You kind of create this idea in your head of how City is looking in games, and then actually it's quite a realistic representation of New York.
Yeah, exactly. You get all these, like, Arkham, oh, everyone's gone inside parts as well.
Yeah.
Like, everyone in the entirety of Gotham has gone inside. Okay. But
yeah, because the city is like bustling as well. Like there is so many people and vehicles moving around. Really impressive. A lot of NPCs on screen at the same time, which they kind of all interact with you as well. Like you land and see, he's aware. Oh shit, Spider-Man. People are looking.
Hey,
this guy over there wants to talk to you. What's he want? Oh, he's pointing to some bad guys.
Oh, he's pointing us to a crime. Cannot disappoint the man.
Otherwise he'll be phoning into J. Jonah Jameson.
Okay, I will admit that was a bit bizarre.
Yep. The finishes though, cool. Yeah, a lot of repetitive finishes, but they were cool.
Well, you can only have a certain amount.
Yeah, like, exactly. Yeah.
What do you want? Like 700 finishes in a game?
I mean, well, yeah, I do. The one bit of repetitiveness which I can't excuse though is the crimes. Because there's a few of these random crimes, but they're all very much the same, and to the point where you're doing the same things in a lot of them, getting the same set pieces in like the traffic ones, and he's saying the same quips. I had 4 times where I was doing the vehicle crimes. You go to a crash and you save 2 people in the same way. You pull a guy out the top, and as you put him out, you then grab the other guy, like with your web, and then he goes, oh, the guys that caused the crash went that way, and you go, okay, and you go 2 meters down the road, and then you chase the car, and you land on the car, and he says the same thing every time, or at least he did for me. He made this comment about, I don't think you left your insurance details, guys. Funny the first time. Second time, you've repeated that. Third time, oh, I see, it's just the once, is it? But when the rest of the game was so good and having all these details, it feels like a massive oversight.
Yeah, it stands out.
Yeah. Like, did you see about they recorded all the dialogue twice as well?
Yeah, I did.
So, if you haven't seen this, whilst he's swinging and talking, he's exasperated and like, he's using energy and force in his voice. You can hear him kind of being out of breath and struggling. But if you stop swinging mid-sentence, he will then settle again and just be talking normally and calm down without breathing heavily and stuff. And it's seamless. It's so well done. So well done.
Whoop. I love that little backflip.
And what about Spider Cop?
Spider Cop was amazing. Shall we just talk about the performances in general?
Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
Really fucking good. Across the board. Like, this is spoilers, so I don't care. Doc Ock was, or Otto Octavius for the most part in the game. It was really good. This was probably, bar Tom Holland, the best Peter Parker and Spider-Man we've ever seen. I think it's on par with Tom Holland. Completely agree. Mary Jane, like, fine, whatever. As a character, I didn't have a problem with her at all. I thought she was a good character. I just didn't like the playing characters.
I think Laura Bailey did a fantastic job. The scene when they're having dinner together. Yeah. And Spidey gets something's going on, and then he changes in the kitchen.
Did you just leave my clothes on the kitchen floor? So
that was so good.
So no, that stuff's great.
I thought all the villains were really good, really well performed as well. Martin Lee was fantastic. Yep. The rest of them, even though they're not in there very long, in there enough though. The other villains, I think. Yep. My biggest problem though with the plot, if I'm going to have a problem with the plot, isn't really a problem with the plot, but the marketing and what we said months ago. They showed too much, I think, before the game came out. So the prison break scene when you're breaking out of Raft.
I agree. I don't think they showed too much, like in terms of quantity. It was more just the bits they chose to show. Like, that was the end of Act 2.
And it would have been 10 times more awesome if I hadn't already seen it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the helicopter, while being later than I thought it would be in the game, it was still...
Yeah, it was still cool. And actually, I don't have a problem with them showing that, because that was the first thing they showed. And,
that's what I was saying.
You know, it was the first thing they showed and it was what got us hyped for the game, but... Yeah, I didn't need to see the raft thing. I would have preferred to have actually just played that for the first time. For me, that experience would have been better.
Me too. Just not knowing that these guys were going to show up and break out. It would have been.
And it was a really cool set piece as well.
Yeah.
So, like, if you think some of the big set pieces in Uncharted, if you had seen them all beforehand, then.
Well, yeah, that's just it, really, isn't it? Like, if you see them all beforehand, it kind of loses all the spectacle. And that was one of the problems with Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
You'd seen most of the big set pieces. Now, that was like such a character-driven piece of storytelling that it didn't take too much away from Uncharted 4. And the same with this, it didn't take too much away.
No, not at all.
I thought it was one of the best Spider-Man plots we've had.
Agreed.
Probably top 10, maybe top 5 Spider-Man stories, full stop. And that includes all the comics and stuff like Kraven's Last Hunt and what have you. These are all up here.
I do want to talk about Easter eggs as well.
Easter eggs, there are
so many
of them. But yeah, before we do that, I just think it was fantastic plot, fantastic story. Just despite the fact it was kind of predictable where it was going, the fact that they took something that was an incredibly predictable premise, and made it incredibly personal, and like, so the predictable ending was earned, kind of.
Agreed.
It was kind of like, I saw this coming, but
I think they kind of did quite a lot as well to kind of make you think that, well, maybe Otto doesn't actually become Doc Ock. Like,
yeah, there was always this will they, won't they, kind of business, and the finale itself was just incredibly powerful. And why can't I square you? There we go.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that.
But anyway, yes, Easter eggs. Many of them.
There you go, get that guy. Boom, good work.
See, hang on, while we're doing this, there's the hideouts as well.
Yeah.
So, which is what I'm doing now. I'm doing one of Fisk's hideouts.
But here's what I mean, like, I would love to be able to just sort of
dangle down from
those banners, like banners, not banners,
banisters.
You know, banisters, aren't they? Fucking, I don't know. I don't know what you'd call them. Go on the hideouts, though. You were saying?
Yeah, like.
Fucking hell.
Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is what I mean.
The waves. You can't do the
waves, like, I can't do it entirely stealthy because they suddenly just all know I'm here.
Yeah.
If I take out the first wave entirely stealthy, wave 2 just know I'm here.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense.
That's also a bit with the counter. I counted them when it came up, but it was still way too early.
Yeah. You're saving that finisher up, aren't you?
Yeah, why not? I can have 2 per thing anyway. Oh, fuck's sake.
Can't now.
Nope. Anyway, keep Easter eggs. What were we going to say about Easter eggs?
Yeah, just the sheer amount of them and varying amount. Like, you've got a lot of Marvel-related Easter eggs I found. Obviously, Avengers Tower's in there. He makes some comments about the Avengers as well. There's the Wakandan Embassy.
And there's Nelson and Murdoch.
Yeah, because there's one of the backpack things has a business card from him.
Well, you can find the building as well.
Yeah.
Sanctuary Sanctorum.
Yep.
Doctor Strange's pad.
Yeah, oh, is there? I didn't see that.
Sanctuary Sanctorum, that's what that is.
Oh, yeah, of course it is.
No, that's not what it's called. Something Sanctorum.
I also like. There's also like other external Easter eggs. There's the Ghostbusters building in there.
Well, that's just a real building, but on the back of it, there is a ghost painted on it.
Yeah.
There's Seinfeld references and Easter eggs in part of the dialogue and storytelling and what have you.
Obviously, kind of funny.
Yep. which I think is the best Easter egg.
Yeah.
One thing I did find strange, because Marvel, I don't know why Marvel games are doing this. Marvel games have the rights to everything.
Yep.
They haven't been sold off. X-Men they still own, and Fantastic Four and all that stuff. Even though, like, well, they're doing a Disney deal with Disney anyway, so once they've finalised all the red tape in that, they have access to them anyway as it stands. But given that they've built this Marvel world, things like the Baxter Building and Xavier's Mansion and stuff being missing, and Marvel vs. Capcom did this as well, where they just took all the X-Men out, and you're just like, you don't have to worry about that stuff. So I don't know why you're getting involved, and it just feels really stupid. Oh, that kick would fucking hurt.
Behind the scenes that we don't know about, I guess.
Yeah, no, but it just seems petty and weird.
Nice dodge. Don't fuck him up that shelf.
Oh, you bastard! Yeah. Oh.
There was something else I was going to say when we were talking about Marvel. What was you going to say? Oh, no, Easter eggs. Stan Lee.
Yes, the Stan Lee cameo. That was so good. That actually took me by surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, it did me too.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah, no, I thought it was fantastic. Overall, fantastic game.
It is. It is an incredible game, and all our little nitpicky things are just that. They're nitpicky.
Yeah, oh, very much so.
Like, I had a fucking great time playing this game.
So did I, and I will continue to whilst I work on that platinum, and I will probably enjoy the DLC as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the DLC. That's actually probably what I'm looking forward to most at the moment. Incredible story, incredible, like the game, the movement. Oh my god, just the traversal in this game is fucking incredible, and it's gorgeous. The New York that they've designed, that we've.
Can I do some swings?
Yeah, of course you can. That we've been swinging around now.
I'm gonna go and have a look at. There's one. That'll do.
Well, research towers.
You can change the like time of day and things at research towers.
Oh, fair enough.
There's no day-night cycle.
Once you've finished the game,
there isn't really a day-night cycle.
Yeah, it kind of. It is there, but it progresses with the story.
It progresses with the story. So yes, it's not a full night cycle. It's the timing will change depending on
how far you are
and the weather with that.
Yeah.
Where is this? Oh, I'm over here. I'm just not in the right place yet. Which is fine. Like that's not a issue at all. I mean, I like a good day-night cycle, but I'm not. There it is. Worried about there isn't one. But I just want to compare the times of day and just like how consistently good looking the game is.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's like so. Because we're currently at sunset, so we switch to daytime.
A little bit of daytime.
Yes,
a little bit of daytime. Yeah.
Yeah, but
you can get some like. To be honest, I feel we should talk about photo mode as well.
Oh, that photo mode is so good,
so in depth, and it's so good, and you can get some amazing shots out of it. Fucking hell, PlayStation.
Every time we so here we go, that's full daylight, so
and look how good it looks. Like the
it's
graphics are so good.
It's such a different feel to the city now though, but yeah, in such a good kind of, it still looks great. Because I can think of a lot of different games where you get to night and it's like, this looks poor now, or it looks so different.
Yeah, but every time of day, like there's only three, but but there's only three types of day, really.
The weather effects when it was the raining things and stuff was really quite good as well, I thought.
Yeah, no, that was great. And then
I don't know what I just did. I didn't mean to do that. I literally don't know what buttons I pressed to make that happen. Come on, give me a crime or some shit.
And then there is one issue that I had
this guy.
the most. Why are you going back over there?
So I can change it tonight.
Oh, I see. And then the same answer. That's why I asked last time. The fucking puzzles, the science puzzles.
Sciencey puzzles, the one Peter's ones in the labs, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, where are you, Crimey?
Oh, there were just one or two of them is fine, but there was 20 of them. And that's not including the ones that cropped up in the campaign.
Yeah,
and in the crimes.
I actually never had a big problem with the ones in the like just the side puzzle ones.
I didn't have a problem with them. I just found them so dull. And
yeah,
I did like struggle a couple of times, but as a whole, like they were
Oh,
fine.
there are more of you than what there was a minute ago.
They were,
Where
but
did
they were
these guys
just,
come from?
They were just so dull. Like that van.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And I don't think they were interesting, and I don't think I should have been made to do so many of them.
Yeah, see, 'cause that's when I started having an issue with it. Is when it started forcing me to do it in the story, because some of them were, yeah, as you say, just unnecessarily hard.
And
Your gun. Fuck him off.
yeah, I don't like stuff like that. Like mini games in the game that are just forced on you, like so often, and I'm just like, can I play Spider-Man? That was essentially every issue I have comes back to when it takes
Spider-Man away.
Takes Spider-Man away from you, and it's you wouldn't play. I'm trying to think of a good example now.
Well, I think the point is that we're playing it for Spider-Man, not for these other things. So
exactly, and
taking me away from Spider-Man is the complete opposite reason as to why I want this game.
You wouldn't want to have have God of War and just be given Atreus for a while.
No, you wouldn't. It wouldn't work.
These sections, and it was just.
I don't normally like it in games where they suddenly make you change your character you're playing. The only game I personally feel have done that in a really good way, suddenly change your character you're playing, is Last of Us.
Yeah,
that's the only game.
Mechanically, that was exactly the same.
That's the thing, like.
And almost exactly the same. It wasn't
City
quite
at night
the same.
now.
Yeah.
Again, looks so good, and just night itself looks good. So many times in games where night just looks poor.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite look dark enough, or. Oh dear. I'm gonna fuck around with your shit.
Oh yeah, I've got the secret.
Yeah, and you see,
photo thing on.
I've just constantly been using the Web Blossom superpower. I think Web Blossom is fantastic. Look at that.
What one did I have on just then? I don't know what I had on. To be honest,
did a big dude. That's fine. I'll fuck him up.
Yeah, I don't know what power I had on.
Yeah, you had it. You said you had it on the one that was the.
No, because that's a mod, not a power.
Oh yeah, resupply. So.
Oh right, okay.
Constantly refills gadget shot. Oh, okay, cool. I can see the benefit of that. But that Web Blossom is just fucking great fun.
Yeah, it is good. There's one power that I think was a little bit of an undersight, and that's the arms. Like, it's a fantastic idea, but it doesn't work if you're not wearing the Iron Spider suit. Like, it looks weird and feels weird.
Let's prove that. So, Iron Spider. Arms.
Second bottom from the left.
Got ya.
So the power looks great. You're going to have to earn the power again now.
I'm going to switch back to day as well, just so you can see that a little bit better.
And there is just...
Oh, the score. Can we talk about the score?
Fucking great.
So good. And one thing that I really like about the score is that it's fresh and it's new.
But it still sounds like Spider-Man.
And also Avengers. It has like an Avengers-y kind of thing to it. I'm still convinced this is going to be part of a bigger fucking game universe.
See, I am, but also at the same time, like...
I know, like, it's unlikely
the only advertising we've had for Avengers, it doesn't make any sense as to why everything's still pushed up in Spider-Verse.
Agreed. But man, I wish
to be
they'd
fair,
do
unless the game opens with everything going to shit.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly, and I think that game's fucking years away, and that upsets me greatly.
Yeah, I think that game is very early in development.
Really upsets, given that it was announced 2 years ago.
Fucking hell! So if you could hear that on the thingy.
My PlayStation's just gone a bit mad.
Is there something I can...
I can actually see a load of dust from here. I don't suppose you have a can of compressed air.
I do not. You're fairly close. We'll go to you. You're probably the closest thing.
I mean, the arms are a great power, and we're about to show you that now. They're really fun to use, and they help you out in combat situations, like fucking massively. But yeah, it's one of those situations where if you're not wearing... Because you can transfer powers the powers are unlocked with suits. They're kind of suit specific, but you can mix and match the powers in the suits once you've unlocked them.
You've unlocked the power, and then you can hello.
You can mix and match, but
this is my
obviously this
with how
power
I've been
is
playing this game.
just getting distracted. I imagine it's actually SDC.
What?
Is it that? That's NC. So I got that completely wrong.
So confused.
What is it? Is it going to be that circle? Subject off center. Oh, it's the tree.
Please let me take it. Did I get it?
There you go.
There you go. I like this like superhero jump you can do as well.
Yep. No, that's great.
And like when you do it in
You do a little
here,
twirl.
super fun. Fuck you, pigeons.
A move I always forget about is ground pound, and that ground pound was so helpful.
Yep.
And I always forgot about
I enjoy a ground pound.
Oi, oi.
Like that.
Yep.
Just fucked up a bunch of civilians.
Yeah, why not? There's currently a podcast going on with Jameson. Or I
Probably
wish I
calling
could
me
hear
a
it.
menace.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Just so I can show off these suits.
Yeah,
So-
the variety in powers and mods, and the fact that you can kind of customize how you play the game essentially is great. I love it.
Try something risky. Didn't quite work how I thought it might. But,
I mean, so far so good.
I mean, yeah, I've been seen.
You haven't been spotted yet.
Fuck your mum. Fuck your dad.
Oh, your arms are ready, by the way.
Quite
Whatever.
enjoying myself.
That's fine. It's fine. There are multiple waves. Smashed it.
Super sad.
Oh no, that guy's seen you.
That's because it's wave 2. Why can't I go over here?
Spider balls.
Let's get a bunch of people over here. Hey!
Boom.
It's fucking terrifying, to be fair.
Yeah, no, and it's pretty great, and they're pretty fucking lethal in terms of actually attacking enemies. But
That's the thing. Shouldn't really be lethal, should it, Spider-Man?
well, yeah, I know. Obviously not actually lethal. Although, to be honest, most of these finishes
There are a lot of things that happen that like,
would kill people.
would definitely kill people. I've seen many times of people being like kicked off buildings as well and not being caught. He was not the guy I wanted to do that to. Fucking grenade.
But then there's also like kind of the fact that you can kind of just go to town on all these enemies and they don't die.
Yeah.
They do try and kind of he kicks people off buildings or whatever, and most of the time they do just get webbed to the side.
Which is a really nice touch.
Yeah, but occasionally you do get someone just go hit the fucking floor. Like if you kick Taskmaster off a building, he'll just hit the fucking floor. And all the bosses and big characters and what have you. But I like that there's actually points of dialogue and stuff where he explains that he has to pull his punches.
Yep.
So he's not punching as hard as he can. He's not doing everything as hard as he can. He's doing it in such a way where he can win. Which is why he can stop a car, but it takes several punches to take a guy out type thing.
Fuck your shield.
Yeah. Oh, something I haven't talked about, and we haven't mentioned at all actually, is Silver Sable.
Uh-huh. And her ridiculously hard villains.
As a character, I thought that her introduction was fine. Her usage was fine. She's not a massive character, and yeah, she's a mercenary, la-di-da. Osborn hired her for protection. Cool, whatever. But the massive difficulty spike and completely changed the way of the game. And I understand that that's what you need to do. But at that point in a game, change it up.
Yep.
Keep it fresh.
Oh
but
dear.
That was strange. But yeah, it was just a weird difficulty spike because you go from guys like this. I mean, the demons are a bit harder than this, but they're not.
Yeah, some of them are, not all of them.
Yeah, some of the demons are a bit harder than this, but as a whole, it's not too
I
bad.
did very well on that in terms of scores.
as a whole, they're not too bad. But the sabers, fuck me, they're difficult.
Yeah. It's a jetpack, dudes.
Yeah,
Jetpack guys.
and
so
the
hard.
fact that a load of them come out, and if you mistime something, like 6 or 7 of them will mow you down with machine gun or laser fucking
I want to
machine
show
gun
you
fire.
my other problem with this game, and again, it's a minor one, but I think it's shit.
Oh yeah, I disagree with you on this.
Why can't he swim properly? It's too slow. It wouldn't be hard to just make that faster.
No, I get that, but also at the same time, why are you in the water?
I fell in the water, but I just feel like it's
Yeah,
not
but
like
you-
they've put in enough effort here where they've got an animation and they've even got water, like pretty decent water rippling around him, like config for gaming, but he doesn't move faster than this. Like,
Well, yeah, no, but that's the only reason this is an issue for you, because you didn't realise you could jump out.
he should be able to move faster.
Yeah, I know, but this...
Like, if we're
To
going to be
me-
nitpicky, we should
yeah, I
be
know,
nitpicky
but
properly.
that's nitpicky to the point of annoying. Like, that was fucking dope.
Many of these people just got fucked up.
Like, I couldn't
Too many.
disagree more. Like, why? I understand, yeah, they could have made it faster, but at the same time, just jump out. There is no benefit to
that-
swimming anywhere, so
It's about
Just jump out
Yeah,
and zip
like
out.
we've always praised games on their level of detail.
yeah, no, but it's deep.
And oh my god,
Why would they
can you
waste
not
time in
fucking
details?
can you not please
Why would they waste time on details that don't matter?
to make me happy, Jack? For no other reason than to make me happy.
Yeah, I just don't see it as an issue. I fell in the water once and I immediately jumped out and zipped out.
Yeah,
again.
I mean that was the thing. I fell in the water once and couldn't figure out how to get out for some time, and then eventually I sussed it and was like, I see.
Yeah, you literally just jump.
Can you be webbed to a thing? Thank you. Where are you going? Come on in. What in the fuck? What is this?
Have you not seen that before?
Not in a crime situation.
Always nice to stop a
As if he thought he was going to get away with that.
Yeah,
What a
exactly.
maroon. They never learn.
What a
these-
maroon.
These criminals.
What a maroon
Yeah.
indeed. I
Yeah.
think we might have covered nearly everything.
I think so too. Solid game.
It's
See
a
my
very
review.
good game. Yeah, we'll obviously go into more detail and specifics and stuff like that. Well, Kristian will in his review. We just wanted to we haven't had a proper chat about
No.
Spider-Man really. We've talked about tiny little bits, but then we'll just save it.
Yeah.
And I thought it'd be nice for anyone thinking what you could do in this game. Obviously, I've 100%ed it, so we can't show you everything.
No.
And we're not going to show story stuff. Like, we're not going to do missions.
This is still a spoilery video, but
Yeah, but at the same time, we weren't going to start a new game
No.
type thing. That's not what we're here for. We're not here for Let's Plays.
no.
Maybe one day, but probably not. Just being honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe one day, but probably not.
But Jack, the question I have to ask for you.
Mm.
Have to fucking hell, use your words. The question I have to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
We said in an early episode of our podcasting together, can Sony continue their exclusive first party, second party exclusive, who you want to call it, success with Spider-Man? Did they?
Yes,
Very much
100%.
so.
Easily.
Completely
Like,
agree.
we have nitpicky problems with it, but this is still one of the best AAA single-player
Yeah.
games that we have.
Yeah.
Like, for a very long time. And
My next question, what game will they fall over on? What one would it be?
at this point, if any of them, I think it'll be Days Gone.
Yeah. Days Gone, or I actually potentially think in terms of critical reception, I reckon, well, not critical, consumer reception, I reckon potentially Death Stranding because of how fucking weird it is. But
Yeah, but Metal Gear
yes,
is also really fucking weird and kind of smashes it out
true,
the park.
true.
I think they're going to keep it going, to be honest. The studios behind everything. We've got Sony Bend on Days Gone. Sony Bend are great. We've got little birdies. There was a lot of pigeons to catch as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. Kojima Productions doing Death Stranding. We've got Last of Us 2 coming and
Many good games too.
Ghost of Tsushima. Who's doing that?
Sucker Punch.
It is Sucker Punch. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is Sucker Punch doing? Yeah, it's that. And to be honest, yeah. And we'll also have many other games coming out on the PlayStation that aren't first party.
We will. This has been a very special episode of Press Start right here on Rabbit Hole Media. You can follow us on Twitter at rabbithole_UK. Subscribe to us here on YouTube where you can see us anytime that you wish, or subscribe to us on podcast services of all kinds and places. Jack, is there any final little touches you want to add in the few minutes we have available?
It's a great game. Buy it, play it. Especially like even if you're not a massive Marvel fan, this is still a very enjoyable game.
Either way, if you're a Spider-Man fan and a Marvel fan, it's fucking incredible. If you're an open world fan in general,
it's still a great game. It's a great
brilliant
compelling story. It doesn't matter if that is.
Yeah, I mean, just look how
Second
good that
party.
looks. I was trying to say third person,
Oh,
but that just looks so good.
that is
That looks
stunning.
so good. Oh, quickly do a photo mode while we have chance, because we haven't done photo mode. Photo mode's insane.
So just go. If you quickly demonstrate photo mode, you have all these. You can have it camera. You can have the camera just
Orbit around
Spider-Man specific, or you can have selfie, which is fucking great.
Yep.
Obviously, you got the standard shit, tilting. Then
Yeah,
you've got the
field
field
of
of
view,
view.
which you can't do in selfie mode to
No,
much
you can't.
degree, but that makes sense because
Yes,
you
fair
wouldn't
enough.
do.
Filters, all the
stuff,
usual
which you can
stuff.
blend as well, and yeah,
But
the frames,
the frames are some of the best ones.
Yeah.
Daily Bugle, the comics, just a meanwhile.
because a lot of the frames and stuff you get in these kind of games are a bit shite.
Yeah, they are, and stuff. Just and then there's
All the stickers and stuff you
sticker
can layer on
modes.
there. Yeah.
How do I rotate them? Can I rotate them?
L1.
Don't think I can rotate
Nope.
them.
Maybe it's not that good after all.
But yeah.
Pancakes.
Oh well. But look at that amazing photo I just made. I'm not very good at photo mode stuff, but it is a very deep, it's very good photo mode.
Thinking I might make that the thumbnail for the.
Well, if you want to use this as a thumbnail, shall I quickly? Because we don't think the game is rubbish, so why would we use
Good point.
a happy one? We use a sort of.
There we go.
I'm not going to say that.
Get that UI off screen. There we go.
Oh no!
No! There we go.
There we go.
Thank you again for watching and or listening. Until next time, we shall see you then.